Welcome to the garage. I'm Chris. My friends call me the Candyman, and you already know what time it is. Tonight, we're drafting best ball teams. And actually, later tonight, following the stream, in just an hour and 10 minutes, I'm going live with JT Best Ball over on his channel. So make sure you check it out. Go look up JT Best Ball, follow him on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube. I'm going to be drafting there later tonight, 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern. We're going to be kicking off a Best Ball Mania together. You already know JT. He's been here on the channel. He's drafted with us, and great guy, really sharp drafter, and it's always a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. Tonight, we're going to draft a 30-second Schnauzer. I mean, the Schnauzers, it's starting to fill a little bit, and I've only done, according to my app, I've only done 9 Schnauzer 2s. So it's about time to get back in these Schnauzer streets. I'm going to rip a 30-second one after the intro. I'll get right into it, and then we'll say what's up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching this in the future, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like. We've got a 500 subscriber goal to get to before the start of the NFL season. I think we're on a good pace. We just got past 300. We're making our way there, but I can't do it without your help. So help your boy out. Make sure you're subscribed. If you want to come draft with us, draft with me, with the chat, hang out, turn on the bell for notifications so you know when I'm going live. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. That way you'll see I'm live on Twitter, and you can come hop in here, jump in the chat, say what's up, ask fantasy football strategy questions. There's a lot of sharp drafters in this community that'll be more than willing to help you out. So without further ado, let's get into one of these Schnauzer 2s, and let's kick it to the intro. But overall, it's like the guy can ball. Like, actions speak louder than words. How we doing, boys? What's going on? Happy Tuesday evening. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing well. What are we drafting today? Oh, look at this little, kind of a weird view. What's going on? Maybe I zoomed out too much. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me bring it back on. Let me see if I can get this thing to fit better. I'm going to be jumping into a 30-second Schnauzer very soon. Let me work on this screen angle. That didn't seem right, did it? Maybe that'll help. Let me see this one. Boom, perfect. Okay, no sweat. You know how it goes the day after we host Ballsy. Got to reset the overlays, the camera angles, all the good stuff. How we doing tonight? What's up, fellas? James Young in the house. Yo, we got Bindles. Hey, yo. How you doing, Bindles? Hope you're having a good Tuesday, my man. Winning the flex. Nick Bach. What's up, brother? Already maxed the Schnau. Why am I not surprised to hear that? Hey, that's not BBM. Yeah, I'm on a pretty good pace right now at BBM. I was going to download my exposures, and Underdog said, no, you've downloaded your exposures too many times. I'm at 46 Best Ball Manias. We did one last night with Danny from the Fantasy Stock Exchange on the Ballsy show with Bindles, of course. And pretty fun draft. 2673, May, Love, Chase Brown, Hampton, Judkins, Mason, Hunter, Tossin and Eckler. Why not? Jamar Chase team. So not bad. Not bad at all. We've ripped a bunch. I think 46 is a good number to be at right now. 46 is feeling pretty good. Let's do a little test drive. That's what I call these schnauzers. I mean, it's kind of just a little, you never know what's going to happen. It's kind of a test drive. It is a large field tournament. There's $100,000 up top. So we're not messing around. We're trying to win this thing. But at the same time, it's a schnauzer too. Let's get into it. I'm going to hit enter right now. If you're hearing me say this, I just entered it. If you haven't already maxed it, like Nick, let's get into it. Of course, I hit the unknown error. Let me go ahead and refresh and see if I can get in on my phone, and then I'll just load it here on screen. So I'm still joining right now. If you've already joined, I'm going to try to make the same room. I'm going from my phone, a 30-second schnauzer. Boom, just entered. 6 more to start. Hopefully we're in the same room if you want to come draft with the stream. You never know with the browser. Sometimes they get you. So look at all these slows I've got going. I'm on the clock, and another schnauzer. This is a marathon that I did for the promo. Got a few other schnauzers, marathons, maybe an eliminator in there. Trying to cut down on the slow drafts. So I will not be entering any more slow drafts anytime soon. Let me check something. What does it look like if I go to my completed? Here's my Greyhound. The Greyhound feeling very slow. I don't think it's a bad thing that I entered it so fast, but here's my Greyhound entry just so I can test out the screen fit. I was looking at this earlier today actually. And okay, I'm gonna post it in the chat. We're +5 for a 30-second schnauzer. Can you spell schnauzer? Or are you like one of many, including PPR Tyler out there, who does not know how to spell the word schnauzer? Shout out. The consecutive legend, PPR Tyler, keeping the streak alive. He's getting close to 150. Holla at you, boy. Incredible. What a legend. What a goat. Hitting the super flexes every single day. Speaking of goats, we got Bindles in the chat. Holding it down. Really, really fun stream last night. If you guys haven't already checked it out, but I'm sure you have. But in case, if you're looking for some more content later, go check out the stream from last night here on the channel. And I won't spoil it, but we announced our guest for next week on Bindle's channel too. So look forward to that. I'll probably say it again in a couple minutes if you didn't already hear, but very exciting guest for next week on Bindle's channel for the Ballsy Show. We rotate every other week. Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And we just keep the good times rolling. It's just about vibes, having fun, talking ball, bringing on great guests, and having fun, like I said. So this is my Greyhound. I kind of wish I didn't enter it so fast, but at the same time, I don't mind how this one ended up. A lot of players have already moved in ADPs and things like that since I drafted it. 3-5-8-2. I've got a CJ Stroud double stack with Nico and Kirk. I've got Bryce Young double stacked with Thielen and Coker, and then toss in a Metcalf with Rodgers, who was, at the time I drafted this, was just signed with the Steelers. So I pulled the trigger a little bit earlier, but I still think he's a great pick there. The Schnauzer 2 has filled. I'm number 3 on the clock soon. We got C Money in here. What up, C Money? How you doing, brother? Hope your Tuesday's going well. We got David Lutomsky in the house, the great Lumpsky. I'm gonna get some CeeDee Lamb. I have a shit ton of CeeDee Lamb in these Schnauzers. It's like my 5th or 6th CeeDee Lamb team in the Schnauzer 2 alone. Lolsimo in here. How you doing? What's good? How's it going on this Tuesday? And let me know if I didn't call you out, if you're chilling with us tonight. If you are, who's your daddy 420? Blaze him while you got him. Smoke him if you got him. Get in here, say what up. Let's draft together. And then, like I said earlier, at 10 o'clock, so as soon as this draft wraps up, I'm jumping ship. We're going to go over to JT Best Ball stream and hit up a Best Ball Mania. So if you're looking forward to ripping a Best Ball Mania tonight, come over to JT Best Ball's channel, rip one with us at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern time, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk some ball. He's been drafting a ton. He's a volume drafter. I'm excited to talk to him. It's only been about a week and a half or so since he was on the channel here. It hasn't been too long, but it's been long enough. Things have changed. The ADPs are always moving, so good to touch base and get another draft in with the bros. How we doing tonight? See Money in the house. Disbanded. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Where were you when Texas won the Natty in 0506? I was practically a child, but I want to say middle school, and I was at my buddy's house, and this is before I went to school there, before I went to Texas, but I was, dreaming of being a Longhorn. And I remember watching it in his living room. His parents were hosting a party for the Natty. Um, and I have a lot of family from the West Coast. My mom's from the West Coast. My mom went to UCLA, so we already hate the Trojans in my household growing up. My mom's cousins went to USC, the University of Spoiled Children, we like to call them. And so yeah, always had some a rivalry with the Trojans. That game solidified it. My great uncle is a diehard Trojan, diehard Trojan. Many of his kids went to USC, kind of a legacy thing. He went there. I want to say his wife went there too. I'm not 100% sure though, but he's a big, goes to the home games. He's getting older now, but and so me and him, we always, ever since I went to Texas, we always talk shit about college football. And at the opening week of college football, I'm always sending him texts or emails and saying, "What up, DT? How you doing? How the Trojans looking this year? What's the quarterback situation? Who you guys paying under the table this year? What's going on? All that kind of stuff." And yeah, so I think I was in middle school. If I had to count back, no, I was definitely in middle school. I was at my buddy's house down the street. His parents were having a big party. I was just watching it in the living room. And I remember it was one of the first games I ever bet money on. And maybe it was $5, maybe it was $10. Doubt it was 20. But we were in this kind of era that we wanted to start betting on Super Bowls and college national champions. So I remember my buddy who hosted it, what he ended up doing was he made bets with literally all of his friends that showed up. He made a bet with them. And then at the time he came to me, I'm like, I guess I'll make a bet. Like, sure. And then, so I said, okay, let's say it was $10 on the Texas Longhorns. We just play heads up, straight up. He gets $10 on the Trojans. And then he turns to me and he goes, finally, because he's like, that's like the 8th bet I've made. And now I've got 4 on each side. So he's literally just he had like 4 bets for Texas, 4 bets against Texas. He's just trying to get action. I don't know what the point of that was, but when you're in middle school, you just try to play both sides of it, get a bunch of bets in, something fun to talk about. Okay. CeeDee Lamb, T Higgins. To me, I want to keep the T going, or it's JT. I'm going to take T here and then see which running back comes back around to me is how I want to play this. I easily could take the running back there. If Bucky's there, I take Bucky. JT, I take sometimes too. Let me hit the refresh on my CeeDee Lamb, and then I have it filtered for all tournaments, so that makes sense. CeeDee Lamb with T Higgins, I've gotten a decent amount. So a few teams, right? A few teams there. Not bad. Not a bad place to be. Jonathan Taylor, I've got him on a Best Ball Mania. And then Bucky on a few teams as well. So just mixing it in. Not getting too weird, not getting too different. But I think I've got some guys in mind for this next pick. And the T Higgins kind of puts me on a path where I want to go Chase Brown. It's been tough. I don't love the way teams look if I draft Trey McBride here. I think I will take Chase Brown for the team level correlation. I mean, Josh Jacobs is good too, of course. I got both 9% of both of them. I've got more money on Josh Jacobs. Let me get another Chase Brown. So I go CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. We're building out a team stack for the Bengals. And then, of course, can't go wrong with the consensus first or second overall pick last year in 2024, CeeDee Lamb. I have him ranked pretty aggressively, number 3 overall in my ranks. So I'm sitting at 15% CeeDee Lamb across the tournaments. Got him on at least 20 teams with my somewhat current exposures. Yeah, great question, Disbanded. Right back at you. Where were you when Texas won the Natty in the 05 season? Krieth, what's up, brother? Getting my reps in, you know it. We got to stay sharp out here. I mean, we've been drafting a ton of best ball manias, small dogs, medium-sized dogs, all different types of tournaments. I'm actually ready for some more tournaments to open. We'd gotten tipped off during a best ball after dark on one of Pete's streams a few weeks ago when he had Numi on, and Numi dropped the hint that the Greyhound would come out in a few days. He also mentioned that soon enough they'd be dropping some more small dogs. You know, this Puppy Superflex came pretty quickly after that. The Schnauzer too. This Greyhound is not filling very fast. People are having problems filling it, it seems. But I got mine in early, and now I'm looking to continue to get some volume in this Schnauzer too. And then, I mean, I wouldn't mind, what can I think, like a Poodle dropping or a Chow Chow, or maybe another Hound, something that's kind of a smaller max, but another time box tournament would be fun. It seems like the Puppy Butt Superflex is maybe going to fill in June, which would be insane, the size of it. I mean, maybe it goes into the first week of July. I'm not getting too much volume there, though. I'm sticking in these streets. If I want to get different, I'll go over to the Elim, and I've got a bunch of slow marathons going. I didn't enter the sprints. I didn't take advantage then. I think a little bit of bankroll management, a little bit of just focusing on the tournaments that I'm doing fast right now, the Schnauzer, the Best Ball Manias. And then I cannot get another slow draft going right now. And if I did, it would be an eliminator. So I've got too many slows right now as it is. And I probably have 15 or 20. And that's just, I'm not in the mood for it right now. I want to get, well, you know what I need to do? Let me know in the chat. Can you draft underdog fast in Wisconsin? I'm going to Wisconsin this weekend. I'm going on vacation again. And I'm going to be in Chicago on Thursday. I'm going to be in Wisconsin on Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, back Sunday. But I need to do some research. If anyone knows, can you draft underdog in Wisconsin? Let me know. Because if I can't, I probably need to start entering some slows right now, trickle them in about every 8 hours. So I have a bunch of drafts going at different like parts. But at the same time, it really just doesn't do it for me because I've got slow drafts right now that have been going since the beginning of June. And we're 2.5 weeks later. They're still on pick 131 type of range. So even if I enter all these slows, I'm still going to be sitting there this weekend making just a few picks here and there in between. And, you know, doesn't really do it for me, but maybe it's worth it. Who knows? Okay. Okay. I'm all week 10 right now. Perfect 10 teams on by. Travis Hunter's interesting. Hertz is gone. I like Smith. Pickens would be fun. Let me go ahead and grab some Pickens. Let me get Pickens on this team. We're building out all week 10 buys. The perfect 10, you've got the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Bengals, and then the Titans. So, hey, your first 4 picks are all on a buy in week 10. But last I checked, there's no money in week 10. We're trying to win week 17. I want to do some team level correlation. It's always fun in these time box tournaments too, just making a big bet on a team. I can set myself up for either Dak or Burrow later on. Ooh, Alvin Kamara pick 49. That's pretty sharp. I like that. What does it leave for me? Well, Hunter's still there. Kittle is there. Gesicki, Ferguson late options. Kittle would be fun. Bringbacks are going to be Arizona or Washington. I can get Ertz later. Maybe I go Hampton here. I think Hampton could be a pretty fun pick here. Do I take him over Hunter? Hunter's been falling a little bit. Otherwise, Kittle. And I'm going to go ahead and take Travis Hunter. I got it at the last second. Let me just grab another receiver real quick. The only reason because, and I probably, would have been just as fine with Hampton. I would have liked a Hampton pick there too. Maybe get a little bit more Hampton exposure. What is my Hunter exposure wasn't low. It's 8%, but I don't want to miss out. Throw in another receiver there. Really strong receiver room. Anchor down with Chase Brown. And then tack on some later running back values. Maybe some later rookie running backs that typically go in this range, 70, 75. Hampton, I think, would have been a great pick there at 51. Just wasn't the right time to do it. I don't know. If I had taken Trey McBride over Chase Brown, I think I would have taken Hampton there. C Money is in here. Steve's in the house. How's it going, Steve? Doing well. Doing well. You know what I need to... It's today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Bindles versus Pat on Best Ball Jeopardy. We were talking about Best Ball Jeopardy last night on the Ballsy stream. Just, fond memories of my smackdown on none other than Hartman. Shout out to Hartman. He's probably in here somewhere. Let me see. Sup, bro? How we doing, Hartman? Yep, Lol Smo's in the house. Yeah, Doogie Schnauzer. How you doing, Hartman? What's good? You were ripping some drafts over the weekend. Great stuff. Love to see you going live. Always good to hear your thoughts, your player takes on these drafts. Fun stuff. Hartman was streaming. I don't know. Was that a Schnauzer? I'm trying to think back. What were you drafting over the weekend? I see Money's in here. Jeremy says should probably link his channel in the chat. Yes. Oh, perfect idea. You're genius. You're a genius. I probably should have put it in the description too. Let me go ahead and link it. JT Best Ball. Jeremy's a pro. Just a consummate pro. Knows exactly how to get it going. I'm going to throw, boom. That's JT Best Ball's channel in the chat. Make sure you're subscribed. Come chill with us. We're drafting a BBM in 48 minutes. As soon as this one wraps up, I'll chill in the stream with y'all, and then we'll pop right over there to JT's channel. He's a good guy. If you haven't already come across his streams, definitely check it out. Yeah, good heads up there, Jeremy. Always looking out for your boy. Yo, what up, Brandon? The browser extension, yeah. I see James was letting you know. This is the Best Ball Overlay. You can go to bestballoverlay.com. Get the hookups. It's a premium browser extension. They also have free analytics on their webpage. You can look at your team, exposures, combinations, all the good stuff. Super fun, super sharp. Shout out to Pat putting the BBO together. I mean, kind of a fall on Addison, but I can't not take Burrow here with T and Chase Brown is the thing. But kind of a nice fall on Addison. I would love to get Addison or Jerry Jeudy with the next pick. I don't mind Quinshawn. He's there. Could be Golden or Reed. And then I'm kind of into Swift. I might need to move Swift ahead of Caleb Johnson in my ranks. I think Swift just has a better shot at being kind of the dominant back in his on his team in his backfield. So toss up, rookie upside. Okay, DeAndre Swift goes anyways. But yeah, the Best Ball Overlay. I have the team combination tool here. So like I was checking out my CeeDee Lamb. Let's do CeeDee Lamb with Burrow. I didn't have that one yet in any tournaments. That's nice to get a piece. Quinshawn's there. Do I go Quinshawn? I think I do. Otherwise, Golden or Reed also feels kind of nice. It's going to be a while before the receivers come back around. I don't love the receivers that are there at pick 94, 99. So I'm going to grab Matthew Golden, of course. Big fan. Hook 'em horns, baby. Get my boy there, the golden one, the golden child, and keep taking receivers before it gets too late. Anchoring down with Chase Brown, the team level correlation, the stack with Burrow and T. Higgins. Let it ride. I can figure out running back later. I got to get these wide receivers while it counts. Get some target share, get some snap share, get some upside. Anytime you can take the best defensive player on the board available, you simply have to do it. So pick 51 overall. I take Travis Hunter. He could be the defensive rookie of the year. We'll find out. Disbanded was 25 in Austin. You old son of a bitch. At a watch party at my homeboy's house. Oh, nice. East Austin, South Austin, Congress area. Bee Cave. He just bought a plasma flat screen TV and a keg for the occasion. One of the best days of my life. Incredible. I can see it now. Plasma flat screen in 2005. You must have been in Westlake. Lake Travis area. Great Hills. Definitely not East Austin. Maybe, though. Back then, East Austin was different. It's a little bit gentrified now. Most of my friends now live in East Austin because how else can you afford to live in Austin for the most part? For most people, if you're not living in Round Rock or outside. But that sounds fun. That sounds like a great weekend. I was just there. I was just passing through Austin this last weekend. I was in Georgetown. Yep. Anytime. Yep, born in Austin. Mom was from SoCal. Nice. Went back and forth states when my parents got. Yep. Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah. I haven't spent so much time out there. So my mom's from the Bay Area. And then she moved out here to Texas to start a family with my dad, and most of my immediate family, like my uncle, my grandmother, they still live around the Bay Area. And then, her cousins and such, like I was describing, they live in LA. I like visiting SoCal. I do. I like getting out there. I mean, I'm going out to Seascape, which is, you could say it's over the hill. It's over the mountain. Flying to San Jose, drive the hour over the mountain, get to the beach, Seascape. I'm gonna be there in like a month. Family reunion time. Disbanded. 304. Oh, appreciate the subs. Hey guys, if you're watching, make sure you slap the like. If you haven't already jumped in the chat to say what's up, make sure you're subscribed. Come draft with us. Ask your fantasy football strategy questions. It's not just me. It's the whole community here. A bunch of really sharp drafters. Disbanded, Bindles, James Young, to name a few. Lawsumo's in here. David's in here. He's being kind of quiet tonight. He must be focused on the draft. Appreciate y'all being in here on a Tuesday night. What else is there to do? It's late. Everyone in the house is asleep. We're ripping drafts. We're getting ballsy on Mondays. Ooh, Amika. I lied. I do kind of like the receivers in this range. I like Amika. I like Jaden Higgins. I need to move Higgins back up in my ranks. Somehow he fell kind of low. Obviously, the Cam, the Mason. I think what I do is Igbuka or Higgins. I think I take Igbuka. 3 rookie receivers. Is it time to circle back? What are these? 3 running backs, 3 running backs. C Money. We'll see what C Money does. I'm going to go receiver. I think I do go Emeka Egbuka here. Consummate professional. Should have no problem transitioning to the NFL. And do I need to? I don't need to do anything at QB or tight end unless I'm just feeling the Mark Andrews. I'm not afraid to take Mark Andrews at any point in, around pick 100, solid value. What I'll do is I'll probably want to get the running back here if I can. We'll see what's available. There's a few guys here I have in mind. Interesting. The slight rise on ETN, if you've been following it. And then a big rise on Jordan Mason. People are catching on. I'm at 21% Jordan Mason. I ain't never gonna stop drafting Jordan Mason. Never gonna stop. So through 9 rounds, I've got Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, Jordan Mason on the Minnesota Vikings, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, George Pickens. So I've got 2 Bengals with Joe Burrow. I've got 2 Dallas Cowboys, Travis Hunter for good measure, Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka. Hey, when you can draft every single receiver that was just taken in the first round of the NFL draft, why not? Go ahead and do it. And I'm starting to get away from that week 10 buy overlap issue. Quickly moving away from that. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this bring back for the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Cincinnati Bengals game. I don't know what I'm gonna do for that one. Or no, it's in Cincinnati. That's right. It's in Cincinnati. But I don't know. I don't know if I have a good play on that. Maybe Benson late. Don't love it. Michael Wilson late. Don't love that either. So there's not a whole lot of Cardinals to get after James Conner goes, which is kind of a bummer. James Conner would have been sick on this team. I don't think I was ever in a great range to get him, though. He went pick 66, so I would have had to, Joe Burrow there was my pick. So wasn't meant to be, but maybe I can do something around the Cowboys at the Commanders where I can build out some other minis with the Colts, the Ravens, or even potentially even the Dolphins. We'll see. We're just past the midway point of this draft through 9 rounds. Jeremy. QJ, easy. I know. I thought about it. I really did. I just I want to make sure my wide receivers are really strong on this one. Really strong with CDT, Pickens, Travis Hunter, Matthew Golden, and Igbuka. So I took 6 receivers, my first 9 picks. I can just chill there for a bit. Definitely not drafting another week 10 receiver, but probably most likely stop at 7 on this build. I thought about QJ. I thought about it. We drafted QJ on both teams last night, so wouldn't put it past me. Oh, disappointing. Dirty P. Dirty P. Come on. Swift is a pretty good pick. There's a reason his ADP is rising. Were you drafting Swift at ADP 120? Because if you weren't drafting Swift at ADP 120, you sure as hell should be drafting Swift. And I'm talking about the big board, but you should be drafting Swift at pick 73. He's not getting cheaper. Rising. Not really afraid of Roshan taking over any kind of significant snaps. I think it's all Swift. South Congress. Ooh, fancy. I love South Congress. fun place to visit. I've got one friend. They own a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house in South Congress. You would not believe. Nice place, actually, but you would not believe. Backs up to the creek. Yeah, Texas Politic. Catch on, brother. I'm in Houston, always repping the Houston gear. And I went to the University of Texas at Austin. Got the diploma right there. Maybe we'll show it off one day. It's right there, right on the wall. All about it. Texas born and raised. Dak. Yes. 100% yes. 1,000% yes. Nothing going to change my mind. %1,000%. And then, maybe it's a 3 QB build. Dak and Burrow have the same bye week, but not a problem. It's not going to be it could be Love. It could be Jordan Love. It's not going to be Baker Mayfield, who has been sliding in some drafts. I've seen him go pick 100 in some drafts. I like that better. I like that price better. Same thing with Mahomes. I've seen Mahomes going around pick 100, not frequently, but occasionally, and I like that better. Ooh, it could be a Trevor Lawrence late. I don't think Lawrence or Love come back around, though. So what I'm going to do here is... Oh, Love must have gone, right? So Love got drafted. He did. Then I will take Trevor Lawrence here. This is the range to do it. This is the spot to do it. Only 2 running backs. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. It's a really big bet on Joe Burrow is the only thing I hate about that, because now I've got a ton of draft capital at QB. Way too much, actually. Through 11 picks, that's too much draft capital at QB. But I've got the stacks. I've got some insanely nice stacks to show off with it. So I don't hate it. I'll make it work. I just got to treat this as kind of like an anchor RB situation. Go heavy at the running back spot. So it's like a 3, 6, 7, 2 type of build. Maybe a 3, 6, 6, 3. Although I have the bye week issue with the receivers. It wouldn't. No, I need a 7th receiver on this one because the bye week issue. I'm gonna probably have to go 2 tight end, and so I need to grab some tight ends that make sense with this team. I think I can do that. Texas Politic. I was at that game. My sister was a freshman at Texas Tech. So my sister went to Texas Tech. My brother went to Texas Tech, played baseball there, almost won a natty just a few years ago. Playing for Coach Tadlock. And I was at this game. My sister was a freshman. My sister was on a co-ed flag football team that was coached by current players on the Texas Tech football team, and her coach was none other than the Michael Crabtree. So not only did she have a class with Michael Crabtree, she also was coached by him on her freshman co-ed flag football team. So she was friends with Michael Crabtree, casual acquaintances. But that's the game. I was there. People in Lubbock were going bananas, storming the field, standing on top of cars, street lights, and I was there. I was there for that one. I was actually, I had not gone to Texas yet. I was in high school. I was wearing red and black, repping it for the family. Another great game. Incredible game to be at. Man. An interception away from closing that game out. I can't think of his name at the moment, but the safety on Texas gave up a interception just seconds before the Crabtree Put the game away. Then oops. Multi-tabling. Shout out. Appreciate you being here. What up, David? Mike, what's up, brother? How we doing? I was in Austin last month racing at Circuit of the Americas. Hell yeah, brother. Nice. Racing there? I've been there. I've been in attendance. I've been to concerts there. I've been to F1. That's incredible. Racing there last month. Very cool. Do tell more. Yeah, had to get him in here. Yeah, and his fucking Michael Crabtree. I know. I know. Almost got Mahomes all the way back. Yeah, yeah. Mahomes has been falling sometimes. He almost got back to you. Not quite, but close. The Justin Fields pivot makes a lot of sense. You know, maybe I could have pushed QB. I didn't have to take Trevor Lawrence, but why not? Just, get it over with. Take Trevor Lawrence, take the other QB I like. But then here we are, and all these tight ends are falling right to me, playing right into my trap because I need a tight end right now. I need a running back too, but I also need a tight end. So I'll probably. I mean, I'm good with any of these three guys. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take Rachaad White here to get something stable for my build that makes sense. And then I'll take any of these three tight ends if they come back around. Trey Benson might also be there. Ferguson, of course, will be there. So I've got a lot of options. I don't love Ferguson. Obviously, Njoku's a better pick. Kraft, I think, is probably a better pick. Dallas Goedert's a better pick. So, I'm not going to take Ferguson just for the stack. I've already got the double stack with Pickens and Lamb. What do I need Ferguson for? Benson's there. Do I take Benson? The only chance I get at a bring back for this entire game. I need a running back. Do I keep pushing tight end? The answer is probably Tucker Kraft here. I'm thinking it's Tucker Kraft. It goes with my team bet on the Packers. I already took Golden. Let me take Tucker Kraft. It helps me at a position that I need, tight end. And I'm not going to force the bring back with Trey Benson, who I honestly don't really believe in. So why take Trey Benson when Imari DeMarcado is free? And I'm not really serious about that, but at the same time, I'm dead serious. We'll see. Maybe I liked Trey Benson last year. I had 15% exposure, something high, something ridiculous. Didn't pay off. The Cam Ward pick, yeah, I honestly was the Aaron Rodgers at 130, right? And Cam Ward at 87. Helpful home. I noticed them when they happened, but I don't know what I was talking about. I think we were reminiscing on how great it is to be in the city of Austin, Texas. So I did skip right over that. But when it happened, that 87 Cam Ward pick, I flinched for a second there. It seems like we're fine. The Aaron Rodgers at 130. I think we're still good. Dallas Goedert goes 155. It's just people just don't want to draft tight end. What a snag. What a scoop by Dalton Bishop. Great pick there. I like the Downs pick at 86, Burden at 107, Caleb at 110, Tootin at 131, Dallas Goedert at 155. It's a good looking draft. It's a good looking room. Harvey at 62. Okay, you lost me to Dunze, but before that, and you got Hurts with the stack for your Goddard. T-Mac at 35, Savvy. AJ Brown 14, love it. It's a good looking draft. Yeah, craziness. This is the schnauzer that we're this is what happens in the schnauzers. Let's see. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit this link that I'm sending in the chat right now. Go subscribe. Oop. I think that I don't know if I don't know if I messed up the link. No, I think it should work. I think I sent the right link. Make sure you go subscribe to JT Best Ball. I'm going to be there in 30 minutes drafting a Best Ball Mania with your boy JT. We'll get into it. He lives in Austin too. So if you're some kind of just a fan, if you're just a fan of people from Texas, come hang out. And if you hate people from Texas, come draft against us. Oh, TX Politics. I think I knew that. I think I knew that you went to Tech. I think we talked about this before. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, typical Red Raider getting loud. Okay, Bigsby doesn't catch passes, but the team level correlation might just get me there. Slight ADP value too. And I need a running back. Otherwise, it's him or Roshan or Dowdle. I'm going to go Bigsby here. I think Bigsby makes the most sense. And then I might go back to tight end real soon and just finish off the tight end position with either an Ertz or a Gesicki. I don't have to get Gesicki. It's kind of nice since I do have Joe Burrow. But Ertz could be a nice pick too for the bring back for the Dallas game. And there's no other commanders I really like, but I'm not going to force it. Okay, well, Ertz goes, so makes it easier for me. I will take Gesicki if he's there. If not, that's cool too. I could go. Well, I didn't want to take Roshan, so I'm kind of glad that C Money did. Let me go with Gesicki. Did I fuck that up? No, I'm good. Kraft and Gesicki. Probably stop with those two, honestly. Feels fine. I've got Gesicki stacked up. Kraft at a value, kind of holding it down. After going 6 receivers in my first 94 picks, put on the brakes, tap the brakes. Got to get one more receiver on this one for a 3-6-7-2 build, most likely, and then just make sure we're not getting any other receivers with the week 10 bye. Try to avoid running backs with the week 10 bye from here on out, just so I have more flex options in that week. Increase my score output to help me get out of this pod, this 2 out of 12 advance rate. You got to get there. You still got to get to week 15. So, I'm going to have 2 QBs, my best running back, and my best 3 receivers all on a bye in week 10, plus a tight end. That's a lot. That's about as much as I want to get. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 18 players. That's kind of a lot. We'll make it work though. Like I said earlier, there's no money to be won in week 10, but you still got to get to week 15. Swift 73 is disgusting. Take Roshan at. But see, Roshan's ceiling is never going to be Swift. I understand the sentiment because Roshan's like a contingent play. But if Swift goes down or gets injured, misses more than a game or two, it's not going to be like the Roshan Johnson show. He's never handled that kind of workload, whether it was college, of course, at Texas, behind Bijan, or kind of in any scenario. He was a high school quarterback in the NFL. He's never handled. Let's look at it. What's the most touches that Roshan's handled? Is it 102 carries plus some receptions his rookie year? No, I was overstating it. 81 plus 34, 15 games, so I don't think he gets there. I don't think he's got nice size, right? He's, all that, but I honestly don't think he gets there. I think his value is like somewhat standalone, somewhat touchdown upside, but for some reason, I just don't think he has the same contingent upside that like a Dowdle has, or some of these other guys, even like obviously like Algier, Rashad White, of course, but not even the same range. So maybe I need to move Roshan down in my ranks. I moved him up too high. I'm not like super in on him. He's gotten kind of expensive for what it's worth. Not a totally bad player, but I just don't think he can do what Swift can do, handle the workload, put up the points. Maybe I'm wrong. Joe's Coffee on Newton Street, shout out. Yeah, no, not yeah. That's Central Time Zone and holding it down for the Texas boys. That's what I'm saying. 372, nice numbers, getting that volume up. We'll see. You might be surprised. I think Swift at ADP is a better pick than Roshan at ADP, just because I think Swift can get you there. Yeah, that was an incredible game. I mean, just as a fan of college football, a fan of football, what an incredible game. Oh, the go-karts? No, that's nice though. Yeah. Very fun. Very fun. Coda. Circuit of the Americas. Always a good time. Nice. Getting some go-karting in. Last time I went go-karting, probably like 2.5 years ago, fucked up my neck. Just hit the wall, and then boom, my buddy was right behind me, slams into me. Not ideal. But that's what happens. I think I grabbed this ADP value on Jalen Wright. I think that's the thing to do here. I've got 2 picks left. Probably going to be a running back and a receiver. Done with tight ends. Yeah. Done with tight ends. People have been drafting a lot of Miles Sanders. I'm at 2%. I don't know. I don't need a week 10 buy issue. I'm going to avoid that. A last round running back could be fine. Probably the same names anyways that show up. Let me go ahead and get... I mean, I guess we'll get Dyami Brown. I don't see why not. I think he sucks, but I think Dyami Brown sucks. I still drafted him over Keenan Allen because I'm an idiot, but we're not trying to win the bet on who's the better receiver, Keenan Allen or Dyami Brown. We're trying to win week 17, and having one of my quarterbacks stacked up even more, I think makes some sense. We don't know where Keenan Allen's going to go. I'm still kind of afraid he retires. This is definitely like the type of tournament you should be taking shots on Keenan Allen. And who knows if can I stop with these 5? Probably not. I probably need a 6 running back anyways. So I mean, could have easily gone Keenan Allen there. Maybe the better click. Pretty sure Diamond Brown sucks. But that's just how it goes. Probably not going to take him. I will consider, I need to avoid week 10. Give myself if I'm going to be taking a guy this late anyways, just firing a random dart out. There's not going to be any Commanders I like available, or Cardinals. Colts, I didn't see Giddens there. Not crazy about him. Actually, I could go Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who I have not drafted yet. Throw him on. That's kind of a fun one. Good old Bill. He told the media when he arrived to the facilities, they said, Jacory, and he goes, please call me Bill. So, kind of a power move. I think he'll be there. I don't think anyone is that obsessed with JCM. Otherwise, like, what would I want to draft here? Sean Tucker's kind of interesting. Rest in peace to Audric Estime shares. I did that in one Best Ball Mania with Cody, like a week before the Dobbins signing. It's okay. It's not like they're going to cut him. They're just going to make him a game day inactive potentially. So, Corum, get a piece of a nice offense. I don't mind that pick either. Let me think about this one. I don't really have any bringbacks for any of the games that my quarterbacks are in, but I'm stacked up, double stacks on a triple stack. So maybe I don't really worry about that. If I could get JCM, that gives me one more piece of that Dallas Commanders game. But does he even get any snaps is the question. Corum goes. I was kind of thinking about Corum. Yeah, from Home Slice. I know exactly what you're talking about. Very familiar with the area. Fun area. Very walkable. A lot of good shops, stores. Yeah. I don't read too much into the whole weight thing. But who knows? Okay, it looks like I'm going JCM here. I'm going to take Bill. Go check out JT Best Balls channel. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be there in 15 minutes. We'll be drafting a Best Ball Mania. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to talk some ball. I'm going to take my first share in the year of 2025 of Bill Krosky Merritt for this 3672 build that we did on a 30-second Schnauzer 2. It's fun. It's a fun one. I like this one. A little bit weaker on the running backs than I typically like. A little bit stronger on the QBs than I typically like. Looking back, maybe I don't take Lawrence. Maybe I push QB a bit later and then end up with a guy like Bryce Young or something. I don't know. I mean, it ended up looking pretty nice. It looks pretty nice the way it's all tied together. Yes. Yeah, JT is from Houston as well. See money. I got you. We'll throw a little sauce on there. We got time. We got 15 minutes until JT's show. We'll do a little sauce, some light saucing. Could be the Temu Davis Montgomery. David Montgomery. First, I was like, Davis Montgomery. You had me thinking back to, who was the Packers wide receiver turned running back? Who was that? Montgomery. Oh, why can't I think of it? Montgomery. Ty Montgomery. What's Ty Montgomery up to? Damn. Ty Montgomery went to Stanford? I forgot about that. Impressive. Just a guy. Just naming guys. The last useful bring back for a San Francisco build. I could see that. That makes sense. I'm back. I'm back in. I'm back in that case. I think I just have him ranked too high. This team is cooking. Okay. Hey, I wasn't gonna say it, but okay. Appreciate you, Steve. Oh, see money. The shouts. I mean, it's correlated well. I think it's fun. Um, Mike saying Estime scores more touchdowns than Harvey in 2025. He's looking into the crystal ball. He's seeing the future. It's not looking good for Harvey. I might need to move Harvey down in my ranks quite a lot because if Estime scores more touchdowns, we're talking Harvey might not even have 2. How many did Estime have last year? I mean, they didn't use him much. They benched him in their playoff game. Not even a bench. It was a healthy scratch is what I've been hearing. I don't actually remember, but that's what I heard. Notre Dame, always overblown college, overblown talent, overblown players, always overdrafted. Notre Dame, typical. But I'm not biased. Go Irish. He did have some touchdown work at Notre Dame, but that's like a product of that offense. Really nice traps. 2 total touchdowns last year in 13 games. 5 explosive plays on 81 touches. 81 touches in 13 games. That's like 6 touches a game. And he was explosive. Yeah, just not the most appealing profile. The game logs speak for themselves. Touchdown dependent, and then not even good. It could be over before it even started for Estime. 5th round pick. Comp to Jordan Howard. That's never a good thing. Man, Jordan Howard. When did he last play for the Saints? A couple years ago. I drafted him in 2018. No. It was 2016. It was his rookie year. I drafted him in my redraft league. That was the year I won my redraft league. I had Jordan Howard on that team. I did. Interesting. Yo, what up, Crispy? Appreciate you, my guy. Ty Montgomery. Didn't he play for the Jets at one point? I guess we can't see. The only thing about player profiler, they don't tell you what team the guy's on, so you have to really know ball. I'll search it. Did Ty Montgomery play for the Jets? I kind of think he did, but yeah, he did in 2019. I knew he did. Yeah, he played for a bunch of teams for a while there. 2019 on the Jets. I bet you Chris already had answered below. CB Jets fan. Appreciate you being here, my man. Ty. A lot of Ty fans. A lot of Ty fans in the chat. Ty Montgomery was a New York Jet. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Fumbled kick return. Ooh, deleted. Yeah, that'll do ya. What up, Jeffrey? Ooh. We didn't get to see a big sample size of Spencer Rattler last season. We didn't get to see a huge sample size of him. He did lose his job at OU to Caleb Williams, got relegated to the Gamecocks, the South Carolina team. I think he has some. I think he's got something though. I think he's got something. Don't count him out. Dynasty stash, best ball, super flex, draft. Best ball mania, probably not for me right now. But I don't think Shuck's that good either. So is Shuck the next Will Levis? Most certainly, yes. I don't even know if that's a good comp. I'm strictly talking about the outcome, starting for a season or two or less. Yeah, buy when others are fearful. Totally agree. Makes a lot of sense. Relating to the Keenan Allen too, it's probably a smart move to buy some Keenan Allen. Too much for early drafts. Hartman, will you look at Romadunze's comp and player profile? I know who it is, Hartman. Get out of here. Get out of here, Hartman. Come back in. Let's look into it. I already know who it is, though. I'm not impressed. It's none other than Justin Jefferson, Jay Jettis. But you'll notice something about Justin Jefferson, Romadunze. In Romadunze's first season, 100 targets, only 54 receptions, didn't break 1,000 receiving yards, shit ton of air yards, only 3 touchdowns, 8 fantasy points per game. Let's take a look at Justin Jefferson's rookie year. Whew. 125 targets, 88 receptions, 1,400 receiving yards, more yards per reception, a little bit more air yards, not too much more, but a little bit more. 7 receiving touchdowns, 17 points per game, literally more than twice as good. So Romadunze is a 50% or a half off or a dollar store Justin Jefferson. I can see the comp now. Now it makes sense. Also, Justin Jefferson played at LSU in a prolific offense. He was the prolific offense. He was the engine. Obviously, Joe Burrow there. So Joe Burrow's good, certified good. I'm convinced that Michael Penix Jr. is the only good player from that Washington team in 2023. I'm starting to think everyone coming from there is bad. Kalen DeBoer, bad. Romadunze, bad. Polk, bad. Ryan Grubb, bad. I think everyone attached to that Washington program was elevated by Michael Penix Jr. We'll find out, though. Small sample size of Penix in the NFL. We'll find out real soon. The sauce. I'll do a quick sauce for David's too. I got to get over to JT's channel in 2 minutes. He did slandering Estime. Haha! I did it just so you would show up. I was just popped in. I was slandering Estime just so you'd show up, Cody. Also, who's your one and done for the week? God, who did I pick? Who did I pick? Oh, I picked Bob. I picked Bob McIntyre. I'm not going to save him until like the Scottish or the Open. Let's plug him in. Let's plug in Bob. He's hot. Almost just took down the US Open. Shane Waldron. Okay. We heard that before. Okay, well, this is a Romadunze slandering channel. This is not a safe space for Romadunze fans. I was a Romadunze fan. I didn't see enough last year. Polk not good. I got to get on JT's channel in literally 1 minute. So I'm going to skip reviewing my team. Let's just sauce David's team and see Money's disliked. Hartman, no. Don't, okay. Unsubscribe. No. What if I hit the clip? I'll get a Romadunze clip of all of his like drops and overthrows. C Money. Justin Fields, McCarthy, Daniel Jones. Okay, this team's dead. There's no quarterbacks there that aren't going to get benched. Jonathan Taylor, your only good pick. J.K. Dobbins, overrated. Roshan, we already said is bad. Justin Jefferson, okay, you won me back a little bit, but you take Isaac Tesla, wasted your last pick. Johnny Smith and Joku. I got to get over to JT's stream now, but that's a quick sauce. I'm going to sauce Lalsimo's. No, who was it? Jeez, who was it? David's team. Herbert and Penix. I mean, I just was talking up Penix, but sauce. You took too many rookies, and you took all the receivers that I like, and you took the tight ends that I like. Sauce. All right, guys, got to end it there. Go over to JT's channel. See y'all in 1 minute. Peace.